Hey guys, what's up? It's the video. I promised you guys about the stories. Stories inspire, stories guide, give us a sense of direction. So, this story is about, once again, disclaimer before I even begin. Remember, I'm just telling you guys what I've heard from, what I've heard and seen from my friends back in the days when I was trying to put on muscle. And I'm just repeating the stories to you guys. Filter it, take the good information out, filter out the bad, right? Based on what you believe in and what you don't believe in. So there was this guy called. I remember when I was 16 years old. Started college at 16, and I was not allowed to the gym because you had to be 18. So I had to sneak in that bitch. And all I wanted to do was I didn't give a fuck about bodybuilding. I just wanted to have big biceps and a big chest. So I go to the gym, and all I would do is preacher curls on the cable machine. I just keep doing curls. That's all I did. 5 days a week, all I did. And first weeks, obviously, biceps blew up. Beginner gains. On top of the fact that the frequency was really high. So I was doing preacher curls, and every once in a while I do like the machine presses. I didn't want to bench press. I still hate the bench press. I didn't want to do shoulders. I didn't care about back, traps, legs, abs. I didn't care about any of that at the time. All I wanted was big biceps and a big chest. So I didn't know about the diet, this thing, thing like that. I just went in and started working out, and I started seeing gains. And when I started seeing gains, I make the mistake that most people make. When we see gains, we're afraid to lose the gains, and we want to make more gains. So because of our greed, we begin to read. Reading is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because that's when you get exposed to the myths of bodybuilding. I started reading about overtraining. Oh, dreaded overtraining. Oh, you have to train once a week. Hit every muscle once a week. No more than once a week. Twice is killing it. This and that. So I was like, oh shit, man. So I started going back, to that. I was like one of those fucking phone police motherfuckers on YouTube, thinking I knew everything now. So I walk around there, tell my friends, guys, I had it wrong the whole time. I don't know how I made gains, which should have been a hint that I was doing the right thing. But I was like, I don't know how I made gains. I have to train my biceps less now. And obviously, of course, my biceps, became smaller because I went from 5 times a week to once a week. And I was telling everybody else that was new in the gym. Hey man, I heard about this thing called overtraining. Don't hit the same muscle group several times. And some people in the gym were there for a long time. A lot of my African friends, because it was a college, it had a lot of African people working out there, and they don't give a fuck about like fucking science and all that shit. They just follow their instincts, common fucking sense. And I had this guy. There was this guy called Ola. I will never forget Ola's story. This guy came to the gym, right, out of shape as fuck, right? He was in his late 20s, out of shape, nipples, flat chest, flat arms, out of shape as fuck. So he came in, and me and my friends are in the gym, and we think we know everything. Even though we're young as fuck, we think we know everything because we read. So he came in, and I remember the first day he came in, he went straight to the bench press. And I laughed at him because he was a friend of ours, and he should never work out. And I'm like, oh man, so what made you want to get back in? What made you want to get into working out, whatever? And I forgot what his answer was. He goes to the bench press, no warm up, no nothing. He puts on like as much weight as possible. This guy didn't even warm up, right? He just puts as much weight as possible, and he starts benching. I'm doing biceps, then I switch to like preacher curls, one-handed preacher curls. I look back, he's benching. Then at the time, I started training other body parts, so I would go and try to train something else. I forgot what it was at the time. And I'm talking with my friends laughing. I look back, he's benching. And make a long story short, he came to the gym and he just benched his entire workout session. Just benched and walked out. And we were laughing at him like, dude, you're not following the rules. You're not pyramiding. You're not warming up. You only doing one exercise, this and that. We were just laughing at him. The next day, obviously I was going to the gym 5 days a week. Next day I go to the gym, with my head up high. And later on, me and my friends are talking. Guess who walks in? Ola. Dude walks in again, goes straight to the bench press, loads up the weight, right? Bench. Make a long story short, an hour later, this guy's finally done benching for a fucking hour, right? And we laughing like, man, this is overtraining. You did chest yesterday. You don't train chest back to back. What are you doing? Da, 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 da. Third day, same thing. Guy comes in, goes straight to the bench. And by this point, we were just done because we was like, this guy's an idiot. He has no idea what he's doing. He won't take our advice. He's training chest 5 days a week. He's not giving enough time to recover. Obviously, he would take the weekends off. So he would train chest 5 days a week, take the weekends off, come back, do it again. And he wouldn't train anything else. Just bench press and leave. bench press, leave, bench press, leave. And I'm like, this guy is such a fool. He would do like, 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, as heavy as possible. Every time he would bench press, he would ask for a spot. We used to laugh because he would look ugly as fuck benching. His eyes would turn red. And he was like a straight animal. So we respected him for that because when he benched, he was serious as fuck. And make a long story short, I stopped working out for a while, because like I said, back then working out was nothing to me. I was just lifting weights. I didn't care about bodybuilding. I was fucking 16, I didn't give a shit. So after a while, I quit. And I come back to the gym 2 or 3 months later. I believe about 3 months later, or less than 3 months. No more than 3 months. Come back to the gym like, yeah, I'm trying to get back in the gym, man. Let me go back, because I miss my gains. I go back in the gym, and God is my witness on this. I'm talking with my friends, we chilling, whatever, and everyone is telling me, "Hey man, have you seen Ola lately? Have you seen Ola lately?" I'm like, "Hey, what you talking about?" Oh yeah, I remember the Ola. He used to come to the gym and like a dickhead do the same exercise. They're like, "Have you seen the motherfucker lately?" And I'm like, "Nah, why?" They're like, "Oh, okay, okay, wait till you see him." Then I go to the library and I hear another guy talk about, "Hey Jonathan, hey, how you? Long time no see. By the way, have you seen Ola lately? Have you seen Ola lately?" Everyone is telling me, "Yo, have you seen this guy?" And I'm like, "No, why you keep asking me?" So another day I go to the gym and lo and behold, dude walks in with a hoodie on, right? Gotta make it, suspenseful. And I'm like, hey, what up? Long time no see, man. I noticed he looks kind of big, but I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's like beginner gains or whatever, noob gains. Obviously, he goes to the bench press again, takes off his hoodie. This dude's chest is like this. I swear to God. Huge chest, huge triceps. Dude is fucking huge out of his mind. And he gets on the, but by the time his strength went up, he starts off his warm up with 2 plates. 45, 45, 45, 45. Obviously, you do the same exercise for a long time. I think your body adapts to the point where you could warm up with fucking 225. And he begins, increase the weight. And I'm like, I've been in this bitch way longer than this motherfucker. And he comes and in less than 3 months, his chest was like balloons, guys. And I'm talking before he worked out. When he was pumped, I was disgusted. I wanted to leave the gym. I wanted to cry. Because, there's nothing more painful than seeing a guy come after you already started bodybuilding and seeing him blow you out of the water in a matter of, of months, 2 3 months, when he was doing everything against the norm. And you ask anyone, everyone knows the Ola story. We were like, what the hell? We used to criticize him, but obviously there was some secrets to what this guy was doing. And no, this guy was not the juice, and there's so many reasons why. Not only we're close friends with him, but I know the symptoms of somebody who was on steroids. The symptoms are very obvious. And obviously he had a big chest, big triceps. His back was average. His legs were average because he wasn't training those body parts. Only the body part that he was doing every day is what was growing. But he had this humongous chest. To this day, me and my friends, we still refer to it as like Ola chest. When we see somebody with a big round chest, like full and round, we call it the Ola chest. When we see Johnny Jackson's chest, me and my boys call it the Ola chest. Literally, he went down in the history of like, our circles bodybuilding as the guy with the humongous chest because all he would do was bench. And I guarantee you, from that time on, everyone started copying him. Everyone started coming to the gym and started doing the same thing every day. We started going against the whole overtraining thing. And it's funny how I forgot that story. Like when I started bodybuilding last year, I forgot all these stories. Like I just try to follow the typical things. And it's lately when I made those videos about overtraining, how it's bullshit, and like as long as you're recovering, you could hit every body part 4 to 5 times a week. That's when the memory started coming back in. Like, yo, Ola, the Ola chest. So I don't know what you guys could get out of this story, but all I could tell you is that guy's gains were ridiculous. And of course, to give you a quick update, because I haven't seen him since I left New York years ago. After a while, he got bored of like benching every day. He started doing other things for his biceps. He wanted big arms. So guess what? He started coming to the gym, and every fucking day, barbell curls, 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 curls. That's all he was doing, and a few bench presses, here and there. And sure enough, after a while, I go on Facebook again. I used to quit working out like every 3 weeks. After a while, I go on Facebook and I see a picture of him at a party, and his arms were fucking huge. It's bad enough he had the triceps from benching every fucking day, but now his biceps were fucking huge. And I'm like, this guy's philosophy is crazy. He wants something to grow, he hits it every day, kind of like my uncle. And make a long story short, after that, he stopped working out. I guess I don't know why. school. He was still, he was still going to college and things like that. He started working out, and in a matter of like months, he went right back to like the way he used to look before. He went back to like regular, nasty, well not nasty, but like average looking shape. People that on steroids usually they could work out like once a week and keep their shape, but that's how he was natural. It's one way. But yeah, and the thing is, he wasn't even into bodybuilding. He didn't care, like he didn't even go to that. It's just when he wanted something, he would go. And common sense, fuck magazines, fuck whatever. He would just do what his brain was telling him to do. Hey, you want this to grow? Do it every day. And he got great gains from it. So now I keep that shit in the back of my pocket. If push comes to shove, if I get to a point where I'm very desperate and I want a body part to grow, I'm following what I call the OLA principle. I'm hitting that shit 5 times a fucking week. It's bad enough I'm already hitting my traps 5 times a week and I'm seeing gains. But I'm doing that with my arms. Doing that with my other body parts that that are lagging. I'm hitting them 4, 3, 5 times a week, and I'm seeing gains. My shoulders, I hit them 3, 4 times a week, and it's working. I never really did the intense OLA style, like just do the same shit every single day. But if push comes to shove, I'm gonna try that one day, cause it's just when you. I wish you guys could see this guy's transformation in 2 months and a half. Right, it was amazing, and he was so consistent. He would come to the gym. He wouldn't even say hi to anybody. Just walk straight to the back of that small ass gym, hit that bench, and just bench, 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 bench until he was done. 30 minutes to an hour. I've never seen it in my life. And his body adapted. I told you guys, your body will adapt to what you give it. So anyway, wow, 11 fucking minutes. So this is the Ola story, the story of Ola's chess. There's a lot more of these stories coming up. Like I said, I'm not telling motherfuckers to go out there and do that because there's a lot of risks involved. But that's just to show you that a lot of the myths out there are just myths. But hope that helps you guys, man. I mean, let me know if you guys had those similar stories of guys who train the same body group every day and made great gains. All right, hope that helps. Fall asleep.